Hey everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake episode, I think 85? It's ridiculous how far we have come. So today we're actually working on a new building. We're not working on an existing one. It is started though. I actually started 20-30 minutes ago, somewhere around there. And it's actually in the new part of town too. So it's actually starting to build things up over there, even though we still have a lot more to do over on this side of the city and everything as well. But here it is. So this is the building that we will continue to work on today. And I'm actually really liking it. And ever since that house that I actually uploaded a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday, I forgot when it was, I really like the look of brown stained clay. So that's actually what I'm using here. I'm using, what is this? I can just pull it up. I mean, I have it here. Diorite, just plain diorite, not polished or anything. Just plain with some quartz stairs and some brown stained clay. And that's what I'm using for everything. And you can also see that we have a lot of people in the game just kind of looking around, probably getting their own ideas, and probably looking for me as well. A lot of people always try to look for me and see what I'm building. And I'm always... Oh, there's somebody right there. Oh, we'll hide. We'll hide. They can't find me. Hide. He doesn't see me, does he? Nah. I'm invisible. That's why they can't find me. I'm not sure if you guys noticed this. Whatever. I'll just get started on the building. Yeah, so the whole point of me going invisible is, one, I don't like when people, like, get in front of me when I'm building, but it's also kind of a fun game for you guys trying to find me on what I'm working on, because usually, within the parts, I'm usually working somewhere in the same area as a couple episodes ago, so if you follow along with the series, you'll probably know where to go to if you know the city well enough, which actually, it's actually one of those really cool things that I've noticed when people join my world is it's like they know where everything is just like me, because, we've been uploading 85 episodes. When I say we, I mean me. I've been uploading it, and you guys have been watching it, thankfully. You guys are a big portion of that, but it's really just me uploading the videos. It'd be really weird if you guys were uploading my videos. That'd be really weird. I wouldn't do that. It's actually copyright, I think. Wouldn't it be? I think it is. Yeah, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about today. And one of them is about my other channel, which I actually talked about last week, I believe. I'm not sure if it was in SouthLake, or I'm not even sure if SouthLake was uploaded last week or not. Things have just been crazy. It's finals week, so I'm stressed out like all hell. So that's fun, I mean, everybody loves finals weeks, right? I mean, because they're so much fun. You just get to study for an entire week, procrastinate all year, and then work as hard as you possibly can and be a straight A student in the last couple of days of class. That's how it usually works out for me anyway. Yes, so one of the things I want to talk about with my car channel, so some of you guys may know, I mean, I haven't really mentioned it in too many videos. I brought it up a couple times, but not really all too often. And that is, so I have a car channel, as some of you guys may know, like we just said. And one of the problems with it, I mean, some of you guys might be wondering if you do follow that channel, is, how come you haven't uploaded any videos, to it? And I've been trying the past couple weeks to really get it up and going, but man, guys, it is so hard to get dealerships, to just let you use a car for 5 to 10, 15 minutes. They just can't do it. They won't do it because, one, I'm 22 and they just don't trust me, which is stupid. Because I understand why they don't trust me. It's not that I don't get that. But I've even tried talking with them and saying, look, I'm not going to come in here and say, hey, Chevy, can I come in here? I know you don't know me. Can I drive your $50,000 or, $70,000 car, almost $100,000 car? Of course, they're going to say no. I mean, I even offered to these dealerships. No, I mean, look, I want to gain your guys' trust. So, I mean, I still want to do a video. But what I want you guys to do is just let me use a very cheap car. I'm not going to come in and say, let me drive the brand new Corvette Z06. I want to drive a Chevy Cruze. I want to drive a small car, eventually work up to the more expensive ones after I gain your trust. And a lot of them, what they say is, well, yeah, our insurance doesn't allow that, which is another really stupid, lame. Did I mess up on that? Hold on. I guess I did kind of mess up on that. It's not that big of a deal, but something I just now noticed. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so that's actually why it's so hard for a channel that's just starting off, trying to review cars, which is what the channel is really about. It is so hard to get people to actually trust you. And so I might have found a couple ways around that, which it wouldn't be as, as fun. It would be more of a, I'm trying to think of, like, what's the best word to describe this? Because most likely what will have to happen is somebody will have to be in the car with me. which is fine. I mean, I would prefer to drive by myself because then you can give a honest opinion. But at the moment, I don't think that's going to work. So what I might have to do in the meantime to get, more videos out to you guys on that channel would be, I forgot my train of thought here. Oh yeah, basically have somebody in the car with me, just kind of record me driving, and then kind of do a voiceover of the footage that I record, because you don't really want to, be negative on a car, because when you do test drive a car, you're supposed to be honest, because somebody might spend $20,000 to $30,000, if not more, on this car, and you want to make sure you give them a honest opinion on what you can see wrong with it. And it's kind of hard to do that in front of a dealership. Especially if you want them to trust you, you don't want to bash on their cars. You don't want to say, oh yeah, this is the crappiest car I've ever driven. So you can't really give a full review, if that makes any sense. It should. It's pretty simple. And there's actually one dealership I actually contacted. This is actually kind of a funny story too, because I got frustrated by this. Because this is the 21st century, and social media is a big thing, and everybody knows that, or should know that. So I contacted this dealership. They said, yeah, you can come up and do what you need to do. They thought I just wanted to look at the car and just, look at it and go, yeah, so this is a brand new Corvette Z06, and ooh, it looks fantastic. Oh, yeah. And it's like, no, I actually wanted to drive the car. That kind of defeats the purpose of a review if you just look at it and go, hey, guys, welcome to this video. Here's the car. Bye. That's pretty much what they expected me to do. And so I was talking with the sales manager, and she's acting like she had no idea how any of this stuff worked. It's like, you work in a dealership. You should understand how just like a magazine, they review the car. It's not, rocket science here. And she just even asked me, like, so what are you trying to gain? It's like, you're a stupid bitch. You're a account manager, or like, she's meant to be on social media, or, public relations, something like that. I forgot her actual title. I don't really care. It's more just like, you shouldn't understand how this works. It's simple. I get that you might have to have somebody in the car with me. I'm fine with that. But at the same time, it's just like, how do you not understand how this works? Because like, well, we don't need advertising, because of course, if a dealership lets me use a car, I'm going to thank the dealership in the video, because it's just a courteous thing to do. It's a nice thing for them to let you borrow the car, and you want to do something nice for them. It's just a mutual thing. And she just acted like so dumbfounded, like, huh? Like, I don't understand. And that's one of the problems with Missouri that I've noticed, is in Missouri, there's not too many YouTubers, if any. I haven't even met one single YouTuber, or even one person who makes YouTube videos, other than myself, and then a couple of my friends that I record with, but I really wouldn't consider them YouTubers, It's like, so since you don't find any YouTubers in Missouri, and nobody really goes up to people and say, hey, can I review this car for my channel, or, stuff like that. People don't understand it here, and it really sucks, because I want to go out and make more content, but people keep shutting me down, which really sucks. And I'm going to keep trying. I actually got an offer to review a 1985 Porsche, which will be interesting. And I still need to learn how to drive a manual, and I really want to learn. Problem is, I just don't have a car to do it, so I'm going to have to rent one, which is almost impossible, being that, manuals are so hard to come by these days, especially because I don't want to go, for example, that company that I contacted, and they said, hey, we're perfectly fine with you reviewing some of our older cars. And he gave me an example of a 1985 Porsche 911, which is a very beautiful car. I don't want to learn how to drive a stick in that thing for obvious reasons. That car costs over $200,000 at this point. So no, I'm not going to learn how to drive that, and I want to be able to drive it if they offer me to, which would be very scary though. Like driving a $200,000 car, and it would be different if it was like a newer car, but it's a classic, so it'd be really tense, Yeah, but the problem with Missouri is that, not too many people are familiar with YouTube, which is really, astounding to me, being that, it's almost a common thing in today's society, for people to record videos and do stuff like that. And if you go to like California, Florida, if you go to a dealership, they probably have tons of people asking them. I won't say tons, but a decent amount of people asking them, hey, can I drive this car for my channel? And a lot of them still might say no, because they spend a lot of money on the car. And I get that. I get the fact that you don't want to trust me. And I'm kind of perfectly fine with it. But, don't act like you've never heard, or don't ask me what I'm trying to gain here. It's kind of obvious. I'm trying to make videos for my audience. and trying to gain a new audience as well with it. And it was just one of those things that really pissed me off, and I really wish I lived in a different city, just because I want to make more content, and I wish I had more people to make content with. Because there for a while, I had a really good group of people that I played with all the time, recorded with all the time. And then we got older, we kind of had to go our separate ways. The group kind of disbanded. Besides We Stranger and we kind of stick together. We actually played the other day. And if you actually want to go watch a FIFA video I uploaded, it was actually really fun and really intense. It was actually one of the most fun nights I've had in a very, very long time. So I would definitely suggest you guys go watch that. So I really want to find a group of people to play with again, and it's really hard to find those people because you don't want to just, go up with a random person and go, hey, I like you. You kind of want to talk to them, and you do kind of get a sense of when you meet somebody how much you will like them or not. And, some people are suck-ups. They'll go, hey, man, I really like you. You're the nicest guy in the world. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm a dick. Don't lie to my face. I know I'm not nice. So, like with Crown Royal, he was actually a fan of my videos, and he actually contacted me through Xbox Live on the 360, and he was one of those people to where he didn't suck up to me. We talked, and he was nice, but he wasn't a over-the-top nice, if that makes any sense. He wasn't like, oh my god. He was like, dude, you're a dick. And I was like, I like this guy, I mean, we had that bond immediately, which is so hard to find with people, especially over Xbox too. So eventually I want to try to find that group of people again and, start making more videos and make group videos and stuff, which I think are always more entertaining for you guys as viewers. So I will continue looking for those people to play with. Actually, this building is looking really good. I'm actually really liking it. And one thing I decided about this area over here is I want to try to add more greenness to it, like trees, grass in the city, small stuff like that can really add up into a realism. Because most cities do have vegetation in them. They don't have just plain concrete. They have a lot of vegetation, which I want to start adding more of that. So you will definitely see more stuff like that in the future over here. And probably throughout the rest of the city that hasn't been built yet. Some of my future plans, I actually thought about this not too long ago. I'm going to save it real quick. Boop, saved. So one of the things I'm actually thinking about doing is I'm going to make this highway right here have an on-ramp that will go down and connect with this right here. And I want to try to find a way. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this to work, but I want to find a way to get this highway over on the other side to connect right, with this side. It's going to be a really hard thing because it's a very crowded area. So it might have to be like it goes up over here and then down. It's going to be really complicated, and there's going to be a lot of turns, which are always hard for me to make, which will be very interesting as well. But I think we might call it quits. We got the main building done, which I'm actually very happy with. And it actually has windows and everything else. And if you're wondering why there's not a wall right here, it's because there's going to be another building adjacent to it, which will actually be a little bit taller. Not by much, but by a little bit. Because over here, I know I've said this, but I want to add more smaller buildings, to really show the skyscrapers out and make them stand out more. So I really want to start adding smaller buildings like this, even though this one's actually not too small. It's actually still a pretty big building. But I feel like it's actually true to scale, I mean, it's not, very tiny. It still feels like a building when you stand next to it. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Come back tomorrow for a episode of the GTA Life, which I know a lot of you guys love that series, and I love making it for you guys. So bye-bye, guys, and have a fantastic night.